Morning everyone, Kirsten Chick here, connectwithnutrition.co.uk. I'm here for bite-sized nutrition tip. I think it's number 14 now, and I'm doing a slightly longer one this morning because I want to share a little practice with you that I call 3 mindful mouthfuls and why it's so important. There's 2 really good reasons to practice this. So first of all, I have this little snack here I made. It's some homemade muesli, which is some oats, sunflower seeds, a couple of sultanas, really simple, with some blueberry powder and a tiny little bit of super green powder and some cinnamon powder in there as well. And I've just put some oat milk in there and left that to soak. I'd normally try to soak that overnight, but this one's just been soaking for a few hours. And that hydrates it, so I'm not putting something really dry and dehydrated into my digestive system, and it helps make some of the nutrients more available, but that's something separate. So mindful mouthfuls then, and I normally try and do 3 of these at the beginning of each meal. It's a mindfulness practice. It brings you all the benefits that all other mindfulness practices do. But firstly, I want to talk about how it will help your digestive processes. So when we think about what we're about to eat, already I'm salivating a little bit because my brain has registered that information, and it's telling my digestive tract, it's saying something like, she's thinking about food, get ready, get some saliva ready, get some juices flowing. And because I'm nicely hydrated, I've already been drinking some water this morning, it's got enough of those, enough liquid to make some of those juices with. So I'm thinking about this particular food so I can give my digestive system as much of a heads up as possible. And to give it more information, I'm just going to look at it, feel really kind of interested in it, curious, really engaged with it. I'm going to smell it. I can really smell the cinnamon there. Lovely. Okay, and now I'm just going to take a little bit on my spoon. And then, I won't actually do this now because I won't be able to speak, but when I put it in my mouth, it's going to stay there a little while. I'm going to really, obviously, chew it well, but really taste it and feel the textures, so really savouring that mouthful of food. So by now, hopefully my digestive system has lots of information about what's coming and how it needs to prepare. So this has a technical name. It's called the cephalic phase of digestion, CEPHALIC, which relates to the brain, the mind, the thought processes, and how the nervous system is sending messages also from my eyes, my nose, my taste buds, the nerve endings in my mouth about the food that's coming in, so that by the time it hits my stomach's ready for it. Otherwise, if I'm just nattering away or working away, or watching the telly, or even worse, having an argument, or being in a stressful situation, which really shuts the digestive system down, and at the same time I'm just shoveling my food down without thinking about it, it'll hit my stomach and my stomach will just go, whoa, I wasn't ready for that, hang on a minute, and then it will just sit there for a while while it's getting ready, while the digestive system is preparing. So if ever you eat something and you feel that things get a little bit stuck here for a while, or you get a bit of indigestion, or you don't feel like you're getting as much nutrition and energy from your food as you perhaps might, this is one thing that you might want to try to help switch on your digestive processes and enable a much smoother digestive flow and experience. So I would recommend this to anybody either experiencing any kind of digestive issues, or who is wondering if they're getting the most out of their food, if they're actually digesting and absorbing all the nutrients, or if you just want to maximise and fully enjoy what you're eating, because what you're doing is you're savouring every mouthful, or at least the first 3 mouthfuls. So the next point about this is that it is a mindfulness practice. I don't know if any of you have ever been to done the mindfulness exercise where you might just take a sultana, for example, or a grape, and just hold it in your mouth for as long as possible and really focus on the tastes, the textures, how that grape or that sultana, whatever it is, feels in your mouth. And here we're doing this at the same time. And what that does is it brings your awareness, your consciousness right inside your body, into your actual senses, your feeling senses. And that has been shown by numerous studies to switch your nervous system and your HPA axis, which is the triggers from your brain to your adrenals to your stress hormones, to downgrade your stress responses. So that's why mindfulness practices are really important, because they do that. And it's important to have some kind of regular mindfulness practice, but also to sneak little practices that you can interweave through your day, so little moments of mindfulness. So that might be just sticking your head out the window and feeling, today it's the sun on my face, another day it might be the wind or the rain, it might be feeling your bottom on the chair, your feet on the ground, it might be feeling the breath and how it comes in through your nose, into your lungs, but it's really bringing that feeling back into your body, and that actually changes your biochemistry. So by doing your mindful mouthfuls, you're doing both at the same time. And because stress really switches off your digestive processes, by being mindful when you eat, you're lifting that stress restriction off your digestive tract, but you're also activating digestive processes through that cephalic phase of digestion. So we don't always want to be doing this throughout an entire meal. Sometimes you might want to, and it might be really lovely to just spend an entire meal just really savouring each and every mouthful. But most of the time you might not have time to do that. You might be with some family, you might feel a bit rude doing that or a bit odd. So the first 3 mouthfuls I usually recommend are manageable for most people. And that makes this a bite-sized nutrition or a bite-sized mindfulness practice, which is brilliant. So the first 3 mouthfuls, if you can, give it a go, see how it goes, and then you can just get on with the rest of your meal how you like. Now, the final thing to remember is that this is a practice. It's a bite-sized mindfulness practice. And the thing about practices is it's something that we practice. We don't have to be good at it. It's something that we practice. So if we find ourselves getting distracted or getting a little bit frustrated or bored or whatever comes in to interrupt, just, smile at yourself and think, oh, okay, yeah, right, next time I practice this, let's see if that happens again. So it's not about adding stress into what you're doing. It's about trying to calm the stress, activate your digestive processes. So here we go. Really nice.